Today, I'm going to explain the muscles, bones, and joints used in the pitching motion. I will discuss the movements of the arm and torso. The motion of pitching is a third-class lever like all other throwing motions. Firstly, the throwing motion begins with forearm flexion of both arms. During forearm flexion, the biceps brachii is the prime mover. The prime mover is a muscle that causes movement to occur through their own activation. In this motion, the biceps brachii is assisted by the brachialis, which is known as the synergist. A synergist muscle is the one that stabilizes a joint around which movement is occurring and helps create movement. The triceps is the antagonist because it is on the opposite side of the elbow joint and has a potential to oppose the forearm flexion. The antagonist is a muscle that opposes the action of another. Both the biceps and triceps are named for the number of origins each bone has. An origin is the attachment side of a bone and does not move during contraction. The movement that I've listed is considered a muscle contraction. A muscle contraction works by moving the insertion towards the origin. After the forearm flexion, the throwing arm is extended downwards. This is known as extension. Following this extension of the forearm, the pitching movement consists of moving your arm in a circular motion, also known as circumduction. The movement of circumduction is a cumulative action produced by flexion, abduction, extension, and abduction, again, in that order. This movement occurs mainly in the shoulder joint, but also includes pectoral girdle joints, such as the acromioclavicular joint and the scapulothoracic joint. Once the arm passes the clavicular line, you flick your wrist downwards, also known as flexion of the wrist. While all these motions are occurring involving your arm, you twist your waist. This movement is known as left rotation. The muscles involved in this movement are the left pectoralis major, anterior deltoid, and anterior serratus, as well as the right trapezius. Secondly, the throwing motions consist of a variety of bones, with each having their own important contribution to the movement. The scapula provides the basic articulation required for the movement of the upper arm. It offers flexibility with the ribs, clavicle, and humerus. This flexibility allows for all of the movement needed for throwing. Another bone that is involved in the pitching motion is the clavicle. The clavicle provides attachments to hold the shoulder in place. It also provides stability for the throwing motion. The ribs offer a surface for the scapula to slide over. This allows for the arm to elevate to the necessary height to perform the throwing motion. The humerus's articulation with the shoulder and forearm make this a very important bone in this motion. The radius and the ulna are able to both twist among each other and act as a hinge at the elbow. The muscles of the wrist and hand are all nearly attached to one of these bones. Finally, the carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges play a pivotal role in the accuracy of the pitch. They also apply force to the baseball as well as the attachments for muscles to extend the ball.